What's up, YouTube? I want to do a video for beginners, for people out there looking for some information on where to get started with disc golf, kind of a basic philosophy to get started with, and also some good beginner disc suggestions. So if you're just starting out, you're looking to buy your first disc, I highly recommend starting with a putter. There's many reasons why. Well, the main reason is that they're very easy to throw, they're very straight flying, and they're very controllable. They're slow, they're accurate, and they'll get you started in the right way where you're just learning how to throw a nice, smooth, straight shot, and just learn the basics of your form and stuff like that. Learn how to throw the disc on the line you want it to be on. The putter is going to be your best bet when you're just starting out, because it's going to be much easier to throw and much easier to throw straight than faster discs. So nice and slow, controllable. Another good reason to go with a putter, this one might be a better representation. As you can see, it's got more of a rounded shape than like a high-speed driver would, and it's actually more familiar in shape and in flight to like an ultimate frisbee or a beach frisbee or something like that you might be familiar with already. So yeah, putter is my top choice for sure. After the putter, once you get a good feel for the putter, I would step it up to a mid-range. If you really wanted to, you could step it up to a mid-range straight off the bat and try that out. I do recommend with a putter, but a mid-range would be a good choice as well if that's what you have, or that's the only thing you can get access to for whatever reason. Somebody will loan you one or something. Mid-range would be a good place to start. This is a good option. First run in this plastic, the Z plastic, but these will be available now. And these are the Discraft Meteor. Great disc, super straight flying, tons of glide, so it'll just really stay up in the air for a long time and carry down the fairway. And it's a very neutral disc, so you can learn to throw the different angles straight off the bat. So you can throw nice and flat, it should go pretty straight for a beginner. You can throw it you can throw it with the wing down like this and get it to go to the left, and you can throw it with the wing up and get it to go to the right. So real quick beginner tip here as well. Where you're gripping the disc, the opposite side is the wing. So that's how you control the different angles that you throw in the beginning. So just a little quick tip there. But yeah, based on the wing angle you give this guy, it'll throw different lines. It's a very neutral disc, so it'll hold the line you throw it on, and that's good. So you can learn how to throw those lines early on. Another good mid-range, the Axis by MVP. This is very similar to a Discraft Buzz, only it's a little bit straighter, has a little bit more glide. Discraft Buzz would be another fantastic beginner mid-range for sure. Be a good disc. But yeah, ultimately go for the putter, but there's a couple mid-range choices if you wanted. And then for putter suggestions, my top choice, hands down, Discraft Soft Magnet. I've had a lot of beginners come out who've never thrown before. Always give them a magnet, and they almost always do much better with a magnet than any other discs that they try that day in their first few rounds, because they're just so easy to throw. They're very straight flying, and just really accurate discs. This is still one of my favorite discs, even though I've been playing for years now. It's still super effective, but put it in the hands of a beginner, it flies really great, really straight and neutral as well, so you can learn to throw the different lines like we talked about. So Soft Magnet, my absolute top choice. Discraft has other good putters. The regular magnet would be fine. It's just a harder plastic. Another reason why I recommend the Soft is that it's more forgiving. If you hit a tree with it, generally it'll absorb some of the impact because it's very floppy, and it'll just fall down, where other discs might hit the tree and then go float off in some other direction and get you further off the fairway. Generally the magnet will stay pretty close to where it hits, and it'll also land pretty soft and stay there without skipping too much. So another reason why I like the Soft. But a regular hard magnet would be good. Also Discraft discs, the Apex, the Focus, the Soft Focus, discs like that would be good. You want to stay away from discs that are considered to be overstable. If you don't know the difference between over and understable, you can check my video out on that here on my channel. Just search that, understable, overstable. But you want to stay away from discs that are overstable when you're just starting out. Stick with understable. They're easier to throw. So Discraft Soft Magnet. Also the MVP Anode. This is a fantastic disc, one of my favorites for sure. Would be a great beginner disc. It'll let you learn how to throw those nice straight lines early on. This has good glide, very nice disc. Also, some beginner discs, stuff like from Innova, you have the AVR, the classic AVR, also the XD. Those would be all good choices. The Innova Dart would be a good choice for just when you're just starting out for putters. The Legacy, Clutch, and Closer, those are good. Those are both really good straight flying putters. Stuff like that is what you want to go with. So hopefully that helps you guys out. Just, get started in the game. Just get yourself a nice putter, something nice and slow and controllable. Learn how to throw nice straight shots. And then once you can throw it nice and straight, keep it in the fairway on the line you want, and then start experimenting with different shapes. Try to throw it left, try to throw it right. And once you start to be able to throw it consistently and pretty far, I would step it up to a mid-range, like these ones we talked about here. And then once you have a good feel for those, you're throwing those nice and straight, controllable, accurately, then step it up to a driver. Start with something slow, like a fairway driver, a T-Bird, an MVP Volt, a Leopard, something like that, a nice kind of slower driver, and then work your way up as you get better and better. The reason I recommend you don't start with a driver, like a lot of people do, is that once you get a driver, it really wants to go to the left. It's so fast that it if you don't throw it very fast, it'll want to go out. It'll go out and it'll start hooking left. And then to compensate for that, you're going to start throwing it on different angles to try to get it to like float right and then come back to the left, and you're going to try to throw it really hard to get it to go straight, and it's just counterproductive when you're first starting out to do that. Until you naturally can throw the disc fast enough to maximize the flight of a driver, there's really no reason to have one. So that's my philosophy on the game, how to get started. If you guys have any questions about this or anything disc golf related, you know where to find me. Thanks for watching, guys. Cheers.